The movie hero, Ying Xiong, original title in Chinese, directed by Zhang Yimou, is considered one of the greatest martial arts films of all time. However, it is still underappreciated by the general public today. As it reaches its maturity 21 years after its release, I believe that it is more relevant than ever and that the message presented in the film can greatly assist us in the complex world we live in today. In this series of 3 videos, I will present valuable teachings that the film hero starring Jet Li, Donnie Leung, and Donnie Yen can offer us. In this video, I want to discuss the central notion that founded the Chinese nation, the notion of Tian Xia, Tian Xia in Cantonese, translated as our land in the official English version by the film distributor Miramax. Tian Xia, which literally means under the sky, includes everything that is under the sky and is a historical Chinese cultural concept whose worldview was not exclusionary in nature. External groups such as ethnic minorities and foreigners who accepted the mandate of the Chinese emperor were welcomed and included, as constructed by the Chinese philosopher Zhang Yimou. Tian Xia presupposed inclusion for all and implied the acceptance of the diversities of the world, emphasizing harmonious and virtuous mutual interdependence as a means for lasting peace. In the film, the term is presented when Zhang Yimou, translated as broken sword in English, played by Donnie Yen, gloriously rides it in the desert sands with his sword. A citizen of a rival kingdom to the Qing kingdom, whose king would become the first emperor of China, Zhang Yimou had the greatness to identify the value of his adversary, who would be called Qin Shi Huang, and realized that by unifying the warring kingdoms could prevent centuries of chaos and warfare. Moreover, the theme of unification applied to Tian Xia may have served as the basis for classical Chinese strategy thought and can be seen in The Art of War by Sun Tzu, in which the essence of classical Chinese strategy was effectiveness through destabilization rather than destruction. The desired effect was to take everything under the sky intact. Thus, your troops do not wear down and your gains will be complete. This is the art of strategy par excellence. The Chinese scholar Ying Xiong writes that in the Tian Xia system, rulers rely on human authority in contrast to tyranny and military force to win the hearts and the minds of the people. Applying the lessons of the Tian Xia system to a modern structure, Ying Xiong argues that great powers seeking international respect should use human authority rather than trying to impose hegemony. Recapping, innovative thoughts are usually inspired by others, including adversaries. Calling the other an enemy is missing the opportunity to interact with your opponent. When we see from this perspective, we identify that a culture of peace is not naive when considering the value of the adversary, as well as the offered mental and emotional openness. After all, one must recognize their own value to recognize the value of their opponent. In the next video, I will discuss how a person can achieve innovative thinking based on what is presented in the great Zhang Yimou's film Hero.